First Mets-Yankees game of the year, a day of comings and goings and cameos by tennis stars. How about that? An exciting beginning to the game, and out at the plate, a home run for the Mets to get them started. Yankees able to rebound against Logan Verrett and take a lead. Mets fighting back in the 5th inning. And we've got a 3-2 game as we start the 6th at Citi Field. Eric Goodell on to pitch. Brian McCann leading off and takes the pitch low for ball 1.
Eric last appeared on Friday night against the Rockies. Gave up a home run to Mark Reynolds in his 2 innings of work.
McCann has popped to short, flying to right, 0 for 2. And takes a fastball strike. Logan Verrett threw 84 pitches through 5 innings, allowed 3 runs, 4 hits, 3 walks, 2 strikeouts, a hit batsman, a wild pitch, and leaves trailing 3-2. Didi Gregorius on deck, and then Starlin Castro for the Yankees in the 6th. And McCann takes a splitter in the dirt, 2-1. Brian McCann, a 7-time All-Star. He was the best hitting catcher in the National League for half a dozen years while playing for the Braves. A frequent thorn in the Mets side.
It's one of the hardest positions really to judge, isn't it? Those catchers that have so many games in them, so many innings squatting behind the plate. You know, when is their cup runneth over kind of deal, right?
And you never know which ones are going to be able to have the longevity. I mean, would you have bet on necessarily Bob Boone lasting as long as he did, and Carlton Fisk and Tim McCarver? I mean, these guys played 20 years. Some catchers don't have that kind of shelf life.
That's right.
McCann pulls one, and Loney snags it. 1 out. Our Toyota Twitter poll: do you like the Mets trade for Jay Bruce? A solid 75% approve. That's a landslide, folks. The trade swept the Electoral College. I'm told we had more participation in the voting process for that SNY Twitter poll than anyone we've run this year.
Don't boo, just vote.
Here's Gregorius hitting it sharply. Walker with a nice diving stop. 2 out. Walker with a nice play. 2 out and nobody on. Let's check in with the studio. Justine Ward has a game break brought to you by your local Honda dealers. How about the Marlins sending Colin Ray back to the Padres today? I have never heard of this happening before.
After he made 1 start and hurt his elbow.
Now, the Padres gave the Marlins back a player. But if they were willing to do the undoing of that part of the trade, does that mean that they realized that they traded damaged goods and they're basically admitted to it?
I guess.
I've never seen that happen before. Castro hits one out to right, and Granderson's right there waiting. 9-pitch inning for Eric Goodell as he sets the Yankees down 1-2-3. Still 3-2 Yankees in the 6th. The entire tableau of New York baseball, from Yankee Stadium to the Polo Grounds,
the big
field.
What was those in the old Shea when they had the different like squares up there and different? Was that supposed to be like confetti? What is that? What's that supposed to mean? I never understood it.
I think it was an architecturally interesting quirk that they took down after a while.
Yeah, they did. It mustn't have been that interesting.
Well, for a while it was just gray concrete, and then eventually they painted it the dark blue, and it looked a lot better. Wilmer Flores had a home run back in the second inning to get the Mets scoring started.
It's funny though, so if you look around the towns we travel to, certain parking garages do that with the squares and stuff, and it's supposed to make it look more attractive. Maybe that's what was going on.
Flores leading off in the home sixth against Sabathia. Moves back from the cutter, 2-1. So in St. Petersburg tonight, Danny Duffy for the Kansas City Royals is working on a no-hitter through 6 1/3 against the Rays. Talented left-hander. Flores pops one foul. That'll come back out of play. Somebody pointed out that the last time the Kansas City Royals threw a no-hitter, the Tampa Bay Rays did not exist.
Wow.
That would have been Brett Saberhagen back in '91. Yes, it's very exciting. Two and two to Flores with d'Arnaud and Loney to follow. And he reaches for it and taps it wide at first. Teixeira can't get it. Castro can, but Sabathia doesn't cover, and Flores is on. Sabathia never got off the mound, so even if Teixeira had flagged that down, there would have been no play.
It's clearly a ball for the second baseman. I think Teixeira probably kicking himself for going after that ball. And the ball did come up, but you're right. Sabathia did not cover. And all the more reason with a guy like Sabathia, who's big and lumbering, you know, not to go in the hole so much.
Yeah. Didn't look like CC made much of an effort even to get over there.
Yeah, he's you can't really run anymore with that knee.
So it's an infield hit for Flores, his second hit of the night. Tying run on base with nobody out for d'Arnaud. And Travis takes the fastball inside. CC wanted that call, didn't get it. d'Arnaud had a base hit up the middle his last time up, 1 for 2 on the night.
So Keith, when you were the Mets, Sid Fernandez sometimes had some issues covering first. Would you tell yourself don't go to your right on a softball? I mean, trying to protect against Sid covering?
Well, particularly remember Sid had some bad knees. Yeah. Sid had some balky knees. So yes, you know, Sid had that slow breaking curveball too. The left-handers tend to pull a lot. So and there was not the shifts that there are today. You know, your second baseman didn't. But that ball wasn't hit hard enough to get into right field.
Of course, the flip side of that is that Sid was a fly ball pitcher.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's why Davey would sometimes play Kevin Mitchell or Howard Johnson at shortstop when Sid was pitching. Is he smiling?
I don't think so.
Couldn't tell. 2-1 coming. And that one just outside, 3-1. StubHub brings you the Mets box score. Wilmer Flores homered for the first Met run. Michael Conforto doubled in the second Met run. His first ever extra base hit against a lefty. 3-1 to d'Arnaud with Flores at first and nobody out. And Travis lines one the other way for a base hit. Flores pulls in at second, and the Mets have back-to-back base hits to start the sixth inning. Second hit of the night for Travis.
Fastball away, went right with it. Runner had to freeze. Line drive right in front of you. Good job, Wilmer.
So now James Loney and the Yankees looking into their dugout to see how Joe Girardi wants him to play their infield here. Do they look for the bunt in this spot?
I don't bunt Loney.
Yeah, I wouldn't
best
bunt him
hitter.
either.
No way.
You were the lefty on the mound?
No.
Yep.
He hits lefties well.
Loney's grounded out and flied out today, 0 for 2. And gets the first pitch off his fists, a foul ball. That's the career number for Loney with runners in scoring position, and like everybody else on this team, he's underperformed his career numbers in that department. Down the way, and quickly Sabathia ahead 0-2. Now the 0-2. And he reaches for it and strikes out. So not a good at bat for Loney as he strikes out on the slider off the plate for the first out of the inning.
Yeah, but credit to Sabathia there. He went right after him, Gary, to get ahead 0-2. Now he can waste the slider off the plate, and a good one. And he went fishing.
That's a big first out for Sabathia. Now Matt Reynolds comes up with first and second and one out. Reynolds doubled down the left field line back in the second, 1 for 2 on the night. That's about hit the Yankees 7-4, but they trail 3-2 in the sixth.
In the air, deep left center field. Back goes Ellsbury. Back near the wall. It's out of here. Matt Reynolds turns the game around with a 3-run homer. Just back from the minor leagues, Matt Reynolds with his second major league home run. And the Mets lead it 5-3.
He's pumped.
That's great.
Pretty much like Walker's home run, a 3-run homer yesterday. Reynolds' first pitch fastball. All over it.
Like Walker taking the Mets from behind to in front with one swing. Second home run Sabathia is allowed tonight.
This was a home run in the old ballpark. Was it deep enough?
Majestic shot.
Maybe not, but still crushed. Mistake.
And that's not a big home run hitter. Only 2 in Las Vegas this year. Now his second in the major leagues. What's interesting about Reynolds is he now has 46 major league at bats. He has 8 extra base hits, 6 doubles, and now 2 home runs. Pitcher spot due up next. Steven Matz has come out on deck, not Jay Bruce. Number 32. And that's floated to past shortstop, but back goes Gregorius to get it for the second out.
Well, there you go. Fired up.
Adulterated joy. Great to see.
Happy Met fans. Well, with the Mets having a short bench tonight, Steven Matz gets the pinch hitting assignment. Well, we've seen Jacob deGrom a couple of times this year as a pinch hitter. And now Matz getting his opportunity. 5 hits, 2 RBIs this year. His first major league pinch hitting assignment. Yankee fan got the ball. Met fans trying to prevent him from throwing the ball back.
That's great.
Give it to us. We'll take it. And Steven takes a strike, 2-1. Well, the Mets were up 1-0, down 3-1. They got a run in the fifth on Conforto's RBI double, and then go in front on Matt Reynolds' 3-run homer. Inside, and Sabathia behind Matt's 3-1. CC up over 100 pitches now. 22 of them in this inning. And Matz takes a rip, 3-2. Yankees have had Connor Malee and Richard Bleier up in the bullpen. Malee a right-hander, Bleier a left-hander, but Joe Girardi trying to get Sabathia through this sixth inning. And he walks Matz, and he may not get there. And here comes Girardi, and that's going to be all for CC Sabathia. Third walk given up by Sabathia tonight, and they'll bring in the left-hander Bleier with Granderson coming up. Call to the bullpen brought to you by Verizon. Sabathia out of the game after 5 2/3. Richard Bleier, the rookie left-hander, gets a slider in for a strike.
Well, you see his numbers so far. He's been doing his job against the left-handers, but the right-handers have been wearing him out so far.
Bleier, a 29-year-old rookie in his fourth different organization. And Granderson floats one in the left center. That's going to fall for a base hit. Matz going first to third. And the Mets have runners at the corners with 2 out. So Granderson gets a hit off the left-hander. And the inning continues.
Just kind of places it in there, not hit hard, but you'll take it right now. Granderson's been struggling. Matt's very athletic, can run.
So that'll get Michael Conforto to the plate with first and third and 2 out. 3 runs already home in the inning. Sabathia has already been charged with 5. He's got 1 more that's his responsibility out there. Conforto's had 1 at bat in this game after coming on for the injured Justin Ruggiano. And he got his first ever extra base hit against the left-hander when he doubled against Sabathia to drive in a run. And Bleier throws it behind him. Matz will not break from third, and Granderson holds at first.
Jeez. How could Granderson not go to second?
So Bleier a little discombobulated. Did Granderson think this was a foul ball? It hit the glove, not the bat.
Still have to go, even if you think it's a foul ball.
I can understand Matz not trying it because the ball bounced back quickly to McCann.
In fact, that was a good read by Matz.
So Bleier looking a little shaken. Checks in on Granderson. Richard Bleier came out of Florida Gulf Coast University, known more for dunkers than for pitchers. To Conforto.
I can safely say I never threw a ball behind someone unless I wanted to. I mean, that was 3 feet behind him.
Slider off the plate to Conforto, 2-1. Conforto, the 8th man up in the inning. Neil Walker is on deck. Matt Reynolds' 3-run homer in this inning has given the Mets the lead. And now Conforto looking for more with Matz at third and Granderson at first. And Michael bounces that one foul on the sinker, 2-2. Reynolds with his first introduction to the Mets-Yankees rivalry, and he's already produced a memorable moment. 2-2, and Conforto fights it off. We were wondering last night whom the Mets might call up with the injury to Cabrera. They had a bunch of choices. For today, looks like they made the right choice.
Yes, they did.
Max at third, Granderson at first with 2 out. And it's off the plate to Conforto, 3-2. You know, you think about it, when Joe Girardi had that full bullpen with Betances and Miller and Chapman, if Sabathia got in trouble with 2 out in the 6th, would he have gone to Betances?
He could have. Betances is one of those guys that can pitch multiple innings, and he is, like all 3 of those guys, pretty unhittable when they were out there in the bullpen.
So it's a completely new game plan for Girardi. They did reacquire Adam Warren in the Chapman deal, and they did pick up Tyler Clippard the other day from Arizona. So they do have a couple of guys to work in front of Betances now, but it's not quite the same as it was. 8th pitch of the at-bat coming, and Conforto takes inside ball 4, and the bases are loaded for Walker.
Wow.
And Joe Girardi's coming up the dugout steps. He's got a right-hander ready in the bullpen. How often in the past would anybody bring in a right-hander to face Walker in a big spot and take out a lefty? But Walker's been so good batting right-handed that Girardi is going to make just that move.
And he's also going to take him out because this guy can't find the plate.
So Blyer can't retire anybody. Well, Lee will come in. Still 5-3 New York.
Terrible pitching.
Well, with all the comings and goings today, the Yankees had 2 number 57s on their roster. We got the wrong one. It was Nick. It's Nick Goody coming in. He was just recalled today by the Yankees.
He made his debut last season for the Yankees.
So they'll come in to face Neil Walker with the bases loaded. Max, who pinch hit and walked, is on third. Granderson at second. Conforto at first. And Walker takes inside ball 1. Walker nearly hit one out of the ballpark last time up. Hit one that Ellsbury caught right at the fence in right center field. Walker has also struck out and grounded out tonight, 0 for 3. Goody falls behind 2-0. Goody was called up today to take Ivan Nova's spot on the Yankees active roster. His 23rd game in the big leagues this year. Wilmer Flores, who started this inning with an infield hit, is now on deck. And Walker takes it high, and Goody falls behind 3-0. Rio coming, and Walker takes a strike.
Well, here's a lovely pitch to hit.
With a lot of red-hot hitter at the plate, 12 hits in his last 22 at bats, and lately even his outs have been hard. (3-1). And Walker pops it up. Gregorius out, Ellsbury in, and Ellsbury puts it away to retire the side. Mets send 9 men to the plate.
Matt Reynolds' 3-run homer gets the Mets the lead.